Hello, I'm your host, Voltaire, and welcome to another episode of Survivor.
On today's episode, we are taking 3 humanities individuals and placing them in the cedar forest. There, they will need to use all their wit in order to survive. There will be 3 judges, and in the end, one lucky contestant will win 2 tickets to El Dorado. First up is the fan favorite and child prodigy, Jonathan Swift. He says that his resourcefulness and willingness to do anything will make him the best. Our next contestant is revered Michelangelo. He states his inventiveness and knowledge of craft will propel him to the top. Finally, our last contestant is the well-known poet Gregory Chaucer. More educated than all of his friends combined, he's eager to display his prowess in his soothing rhyme. And now for our judges. First up is Virgil, determined to ensure that only the worthy come out alive. Next up is Shakespeare, who is sure to bring a plethora of knowledge to the table. Our last judge is Socrates. A big thinker, Socrates is sure to question everything and scrutinize all actions the contestants make.
I am doing this so I can further my study of human nature. I hope to write some better sonnets and soliloquies.
I hope I can experience danger firsthand and input it into my artwork. I think it would really make me a better artist.
Oh, I really like the taste of leaves. They taste much better than meat. But really, I just want a good story out of it.
I'm a pretty lonely man, and I hope to make some new friends, even if they're my enemy today.
I got a pretty good feeling about today. Mis ears!
I'm very familiar with the literary arts. I feel like appeal to this judge panel.
Chaucer's way too old for all these judges. Also, I grew up without a dad, so I knew how to fend for myself. And I went to college when I was 14, so I'm better than all these other contestants.
You know what I win? It's because I've been in many fights. Many people got jealous. One fellow named Pietro, he broke my nose, but I broke his career.
Or you think we would never see Ireland free from England.
That would lose all that time running.
If I die, my biggest regret would be not finishing the Sistine Chapel.
If I were to die, I would put a curse on my tombstone threatening all who disturb me.
One of the hardest challenges for the contestants is finding a proper shelter. Reminds me of the time when I was a spy for the French government. Another one of the challenges for the contestants is finding a proper food source. Too bad they cannot be like Sir Isaac Newton and have an apple fall on their head.
What am I going to bring with me? Me locket with my last cell's hair.
You know, all I bring is just my journal. Got all my notes.
I brought my mind and these two hands.
It is a good thing that I do not have a lover, for I would not want my children to watch what goes on in this show. Being out in the wilderness makes one very tired. It appears as if this individual is not getting the 40 cups of coffee which is recommended.
Many have accused me of being an imposter, but I can recreate all my art on a piece of marble like this.
Oi, me head's getting cloudy. I need to fart.
I've been under many hardships while studying under the Medici family, and this task should be no challenge. When I was in the army, we learned how to make a good shelter. This is a bad example of a shelter. Many leaves and poor drainage. You want something with a good clearance and not many trees ahead.
Sometimes the wilderness gets to people and they resort to silly things like prayer.
You know, I really liked how he prayed to a higher power right there.
I thought they didn't allow Catholics in England anymore. Shouldn't you disapprove?
Let's go, let's go. Those birds, you have me to thank for that.
I'm glad that I have no children and all of these wealth, so I do not end up like that person who clearly has not tended to his garden.
After all this competition, I think I'm gonna have to check into my own hospital. St. John's Hospital for Imbeciles.
If I could bring anyone, I'd bring my wife, Felipa.
Who am I going to bring with me? Me girl Stella. Might have to wait a few years though.
These two hands. Just kidding. I'd bring my friend Vittoria Colon and we'll write poetry forever. Man, I hate the cold, and I hate the woods, and I hate Leonardo da Vinci, but most of all, I hate these damn birds chirping.
You know, I really wish that person wasn't such a boggler right now.
Is that a word?
It is now. The judges have come to a final decision.
And the winner of Survivor is Jonathan Swift!
Finally, I can visit El Dorado.
Growing up with 7 siblings, I know what it feels like to be in competition with others. We're very proud of our Jonathan Swift, and I'll be donating 1/1,000,000th of the land I earned from my own place.
But do you really earn that land?
Some say you earn that land through plagiarism.
I rent my own place.
Make sure to tune in next time for the next episode of Survivor. Wait, what? I'm not getting paid for this? Screw this, I'm going back to my watch business.